Hello.
Hi. Welcome to Morning Brew.
In the afternoon again.
Kiki.
Lake.
Guys, I don't have one matching thing on my body.
No.
Still wearing this that I had on yesterday. Don't judge. With the black vest, with my turquoise glasses, and I'm repping the Patriots because she pissed me off so bad yesterday wearing the not Patriot shirt.
Okay. We don't have to go there. That was a little too much. Okay.
Yep.
First of all,
Oh boy, my hair.
before we get involved in this whole Real Housewives
Yeah.
situation, I text my mother and I'm on my way home. She said, "Do you have my black and orange card?" Yeah. Okay, so I made a mistake and I had her card. They needed to get food. We want to know what I did? I got myself some food. I get home
Yeah, she goes,
and I got myself some food.
I'm going to get some food.
Yep.
And I said, oh, we would have liked to have done that, but you have my card.
I said, well, it's at home now. But then
I transferred funds and got food anyway. I was just giving you a guilt trip. we got some food.
Well, I'm glad that your food is probably better than mine because Wendy's, that's what I got today.
Yeah.
I ordered plain nuggets.
They give you the Pisces?
Pisces nuggies. But
Like the Pisces.
I did get the fries and the Frosty, so it worked out.
Awesome.
Anyway, so we're here at the bus stop waiting to get the children, but they don't come for a while, so we're gonna talk about this Real Housewives
you don't
business.
never know what might show up at this bus stop either, huh?
People
So
are
our
car-
bus stop has a package store, the Packy.
Yep.
As well as a pot shop.
right next door.
Right at our bus stop.
Right next to the pizza place.
And the Chinese place.
And you can get a haircut.
Or you can dance.
And learn how to drive.
Anyway, okay.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. This part of the reunion,
I can describe it.
go ahead.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Disappointing. Disappointing.
We did not go out on a high note,
No.
a dramatic note.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know, they started, Dorit had the,
Yeah.
there she is. We were so excited.
Yeah, that was
And
it.
they just skimmed over that stuff with Sutton. And it just wasn't deep enough. Sutton got away with being a real, not nice lady this
Yep.
season. She was deplorable and basically she didn't get ripped
No.
enough for it,
No.
in my opinion.
Yeah, no, she didn't.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You want to start?
You can start.
Go into.
You can start.
I don't know. I just think. Well, let's just start off with Garcelle. What was her problem?
Nobody's smiling at me.
First of all, who cares if you were smiling or not? She's not even a smiley person. So you're going to sit there on the couch and be like, I'm not answering any more questions. No one smiled at me this whole entire time. Why are you being a baby?
And she was so mad at Erica last night.
Yeah. Why?
Pissed at Erica.
Why?
I don't know. And Erica didn't have much to say either last night.
No. I'm upset because I'm an Erica girl through and through. And they just didn't do anything for
skimmed
her.
over, talked about the Tom stuff, asking her questions that they know is if it's involved in a lawsuit, she's not going to
Nope.
be allowed to answer it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You know,
They
she
didn't
looks
give.
fabulous though. Literally,
she
like
does.
fabulous. Oh, and they showed her son.
Yeah. That he had to
yeah.
go on the TV for.
For a trial or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, done with Erica.
Yeah.
Then back to Sutton and talking about Reba, Sutton's mom. Back in Augusta, Georgia, when they took that trip. That trip was uncomfortable to watch.
You want to know what I have to say to Sutton's mom?
What?
Bless your heart.
Yeah. Bless your heart, Reba.
Because, ew, get off my
Yeah.
screen.
And then
Just get off
when
the screen.
Garcelle, brought up,
Yeah.
and she just needs to know that you love. That's none of your business. You know what? Reba was right about that.
Yeah, I mean,
it
it
really
is none of
wasn't.
her business.
Garcelle,
You mean Garcelle,
Inserted-
Sutton's mouthpiece?
yeah. Oh, yeah, but no, she's not.
No, she's not.
She even was with the mother.
I know.
But then they covered the dad's suicide.
I do feel bad.
Yeah,
there's clearly
that's
problems there that
hard.
she's never gotten over. You know,
Yeah.
the trauma that she's never gotten over. And she's not getting it from her mom. Her mom is a bitch.
Yeah.
So she needs to work on that herself. She is plenty old enough, Sutton, to get herself under control.
Yeah, the dad's suicide,
That's really bothered
rough.
her.
And she's not a person that I particularly care for, but of course I can have empathy for that. Nobody would want to,
No.
go through that. But she never dealt with it. Like, it happened when she was very young.
Yeah.
She just never dealt with it, and she's taking it out on everybody in her life. Boy, I really do not match.
It's okay.
Okay.
But
but then it ended with Reba telling Sutton, I love you.
Yeah, but
So-
like, how old is Sutton? And why is her mom now only telling her that she loves her a handful
I
of times?
think
Like,
it doesn't
what?
matter how old you are. You always want your mom's
No,
love.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the mom has only told her that she loves her a handful of times her whole entire life.
Bless her heart.
Exactly.
There's, she's a counselor. I don't know. She thinks
What
it's
kind of counselor?
She thinks it's trite. Like, it's if you say it too much, it doesn't mean enough. But like,
I tell her every day, multiple times a day.
2 times in a whole lifetime is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh well. And then back to Kyle. They addressed Teddy's cancer first off, which is very, very sad.
Yeah, I do really.
And
feel
then
bad
they
for her.
brought up Mauricio's pictures.
Yep.
And when they brought up Mauricio's pictures and Kyle went to talk about the situation, the crystals fall on the ground
Again.
for the third
Again.
time.
Like, how are crystals falling on the floor? I don't understand.
Holy bad juju.
Yeah.
Holy
She
bad
needs-
juju.
She needs a cleanse, I think. A real
something,
cleanse.
something going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they were showing flashbacks of Kyle and like the whole situation.
Yeah.
And then, how Sutton had brought stuff out,
yeah.
and they had that little thumbnail of Kyle watching the
Yeah.
flashbacks, and all of us, I don't know if she didn't know she was on camera, she shot Sutton the most horrible, like she was like,
Oh.
she was not happy, but she didn't talk about it anymore.
Nope.
But she gave Sutton the meanest look. And then Kyle, I think, got out of discussion by crying.
Yeah, she always does. I feel like she always babies out.
Yep.
Like, just, you've opened up your life for 14 years. Why can't you just say what you feel?
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
I mean,
I don't
she
get
said
it.
that she talked to her kids, about different things and that they were very accepting. And then Andy's like, oh, that's the same thing my dad said when I came out. She goes, well, I didn't come out.
Like, it's not.
It was just that if that's
it's nothing
what
to be
I choose,
embarrassed about.
Yeah, if that's what I choose, then they would be support. And again, they live in Beverly Hills, California, in Hollywood, where anything goes. Which, by the way, it shouldn't just be Hollywood, California. Anything should go anywhere that we are. Anywhere you're living.
But that is one of the bigger places in America that
Right.
everything is accepted.
Right.
So why it's too hard for you to say, hey kids, I might like women and men.
Yeah.
That's too hard to say, and it's too hard for you to be on TV saying that. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it's better to tell your truth and free yourself and be yourself.
Then be
because
like
then
that.
you're going to be a better self.
Yeah.
If that's who you are. And then it just kind of ended with Kathy saying she'd like to see Kyle and Mauricio reconcile. She doesn't like change. And then it was time for the Andy was so happy.
Yeah,
everybody's
we're gonna
toasting. They're toasting with
handing
the
out the
watermelon
drinks.
drink that was apparently disgusting.
We wouldn't know.
And they're ready to cheers. And then he looks at Garcelle and he goes, it's time for our cast photo. He was so happy they were finally getting it.
And she said, I'm out. I'm done with this.
And walks out. And guess
that's
what?
it.
Her friend Sutton didn't chase after her.
No
it was
one did.
after the fact. She didn't text her.
Nothing.
Garcelle out.
Yep. Left the building.
She called them all effing
a-holes.
Yep. And that was the end.
Yeah.
So, to be continued next season. But as far as I'm concerned, a downer.
Yeah.
Of
a downer of the
of a
part
last
3
part reunion.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But quickly, because we're going to have to go, bus is going to come. Our Crazy Neighbor episode will be coming up, and I promise you,
It'll be a good one.
we got a lot to talk about.
Lots of parts.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all. I hope that you have a great rest of the day.
Yeah.
And that's really it. And hi, Jay Bailey. Thanks for mentioning us on your TikTok. Okay.
Bye, everybody. Have a
Goodbye.
good one.